Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is ElleSerein. Let's jump into creating a cozy cottagecore and vintage-inspired living room in inZOI. In our last video, we made a cottagecore kitchen, and we're going to be continuing off of that type of aesthetic, and this is the living room that kind of mirrors the kitchen. I will link that video at the end if you're interested and didn't get a chance to see it yet. My vision for this living room was to keep our warm and neutral color palette and stay on theme with the vintage and cottagecore inspired living room. I wanted to create a cozy space that included a small library and fireplace, the library as like the backdrop, and just kind of think of like cozying up near the fireplace, reading a good book. To achieve this design, I am choosing antique furniture, a lot of wooden textures, and we will use a lot of plant decor. A quick little tip for those of you that are, taking your time and choosing different types of colors for the customization of different furniture items is to kind of write down and choose the actual color. So it's normally like a hex code. It's like a 6 letter or number code, and if you write those down, it's a lot easier. I got a little bit lazy here and I was kind of just winging it by eye, but if you really want your build to feel really cohesive, and it's not that big of a deal, but if you really want it to be exactly the same colors, that would be my tip or trick. Just write those codes down. For specific items, you can just copy and duplicate the item. You do have to have the money for it, but that also makes it really easy if you're doing a symmetrical look and you want to use the same furniture. For the rug, I decided to go with a circle rug, especially for a living room. This gives a very inviting feel in comparison to its counter square rug, and we already have a square rug in our dining room, so I wanted to see a little bit of variety for that. The color of the rug, I decided to match our foresty green accent color, which it really just brings both the kitchen and the living space together. The curtains were a bit of a learning curve for me. I have to say that I have been playing this game for a while, but there's a lot of things that I don't know, and apparently the curtain item does not go on a curtain rod. You'll have to place those separately because it has a curtain rod included already, so it is easier to place the curtains first and then the rods in the middle. And then after placing the curtains, I will need to rearrange some items, so I will do that. Also here, it was very tricky for me to grab the curtain to edit the color, so just be mindful of that going into this. I did notice that once it's on the window, there's it's the upper part of the curtain where you can grab it. So yeah, just kind of be mindful of that going into curtain decoration. And if you have things up close to the window, you will have to move them like I'm doing now in order to place the curtain. Remember, a lot of furniture cannot overlap, so also just be cognizant of that. I I really love how we can customize the artwork to our aesthetic. This painting is adorable and very vintage. I love the look of like florals in paintings. But you also could use AI if you have a specific image in mind. Just be mindful not to like copy somebody's artwork. And I know that this game specifically like generates AI through like their own like stock photos and stuff, which I think is a very good pathway to take. And I'm not going to get too much into that, but just be mindful when you use AI. That's all I'm going to really say on that. My original idea was thinking that maybe shelves and cabinets on either side of the bookshelves, but I do end up changing this. First, in order to change this, I needed to adjust the walls. We talked about this in the last video. It is pretty straightforward, but you do need to extend both sides first for this to work correctly, and then you can move the wall. So feel free to slow down the video to observe how I do this. I will also make adjustments to the front of our house, and we have to adjust items on the entry door wall inside of our build too. Now we can finally expand our library. I ended up deciding to change the color and texture of the wall to brick for a bit more variety in our build. I will also add more bookshelves and replace items that were accidentally sent to inventory. If this happens to you, I put an arrow on the screen where the inventory was. It did take me a second to try to figure that out. So I didn't actually mean to send them to inventory, but it happened. But hey, it's good to know that like you can send items to inventory for like storage, and then you're able to like pull those out when you need them for a build. I'll just make some small adjustments to our library and then we can jump into more decor. I envisioned a shelf over our fireplace and I chose this vintage looking one. And we will add in some more tables and adjust the color of the shelf over the fireplace as well as the colors of the tables. I thought it would be really cute to add a welcome mat in case my Zoe ever has friends over. Right now she doesn't really have any friends because I haven't really played like the actual game. I've been really focused on building. But yeah, there we go. And we will finish up the rest of the small decor pieces. We'll add books, plants, flowers to really bring this living room space to life. I truly love, and I know I said this in my last video, but I love all the little cute little potted plants, the little bouquets that we have, and the floor plants. It's just such a great variety. Even the hanging plants are impressive to me. So this was like really fun. I love plant decor so much. So this is like my favorite part of the video. I truly do believe that plants can elevate any space, even like your IRL spaces. If you feel like something is missing, number one thing, ask yourself, is your color palette cohesive? And number two, how many plants do you have? I'm going to make kind of like a hanging plant wall over our fireplace to add to like our vine wallpaper, and so I think that'll be really cute. I will also add in some lighting to complete the look. I love the little mushroom lamp and the antique chandelier, which matches our furniture. This living room space is finally feeling like it is coming together. I thought adding in a globe would be a nice touch to our little library themed vibe we have going on here, but ultimately our build is pretty much done. I did add in some books to our tables as well, and there's a really cute like magazine holder that I added to like our main coffee table. Super, super cute. Let's look over our living room from different angles. I think that we are done. So let's do a close-up and an angled view. Now, I did upload this build to Canva, and I have linked my Canva ID in the comments down below if you want to go download this creation or follow me on there. And I'll also show you the different times of day and how that looks with our living room. I am really happy with how this build turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and what room you want to see completed by me next. Thank you so much for watching and cozying up with me. If you enjoyed your time today and want more design videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button and liking the video to let me know to keep making these types of videos for inZOI. I hope you all have a lovely day and stay cozy.